Hey guys, it's Lindsey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my car. I just really needed to get out of the house for a little bit today, so I decided to come out here and film my 10-month VSG update. Today, I believe, is April 27th, 2020. Not that dates or times or anything means anything these days, but I'm pretty sure today is April 27th. So I'm just a little over 10 months out from my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. My surgery was June 17th, 2019. So we are hurtling toward that 12-month mark, just a couple more months to go. But yeah, things are going okay, I guess, as well as could be expected in the middle of quarantine. I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. Yeah, these are just like the craziest times, aren't they? Like, who would have thought that school would be canceled for like the entire year? Like, that was just so crazy. Like, back when this first happened, back in March, I thought maybe a month, but it's going to be, over 2 months by the time, school is over, which is so crazy. So I've been helping my son with his schoolwork every single day, and some days are better than others. It's, kind of hit or miss. We do a lot of Zooms and things with his teacher, which are really, really helpful. But he just, he listens to his teacher at school different than he listens to me. And he feels like he can get more angry with me if I don't explain something right. And I'm not a teacher, so I definitely don't explain things right. So it's just, we're doing the best that we can, but, and I hope everyone else is doing the best that they can, with schooling their kids, with being able to social distance. And if you are working and you are an essential worker, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you, and I hope you are staying safe. And if you are out of work, I hope that, things can get back to normal for everybody as soon as possible, because I know it's so hard for so many families right now. As I mentioned before, we are lucky as to where my husband is actually technically an essential worker, but he can work from home. So we've got like the best of both worlds going at the moment, which is kind of nice. But anyways, enough rambling about all of that stuff. Let's get down to what you really are here for, and that is my update. So as of yesterday, I weighed in at 140 pounds even, which was so freaking exciting. I can't even tell you. Today I was like 140.4, so that's definitely normal for me. I fluctuate like every single day. But so as of right now, I'm just going to say that I weigh 140 pounds, which is, again, so exciting. I think when I graduated high school, I was 145, and I felt really, really good back then, but I'm now even so much smaller. I've had 2 kids in between the time I graduated high school and now, and I now even weigh 5 pounds less. Insane. I still cannot wrap my head around the fact that I now weigh less than I did my senior year of high school. So crazy. So I think then the total that I've lost is 97 pounds. So I am so close to hitting that 100. Again, my goal was to hit it by May. So I've got, about 3 weeks to hit it. I want to hit it by May 17th. We'll see, because this last month, I really hardly lost anything at all. I was in a really long stall for a really long time. I'm still eating the same things that I'm eating every single day. I stick to right around like 110 or right around 1,100 calories a day, like 1,100 calories. I stick right around there, so there should be no reason for me to not be losing. It's just the cycle that your body goes through, and I was just in that cycle, in that part of the cycle where I'm just not losing anything, and I wasn't for a long time. I have since come down a few pounds, thank goodness. So the stall, I think, is broken, but I do have a feeling that going forward, any other stalls that I have will last longer, and any other weight loss that I have will be slower. So I'm still crossing my fingers that I can hit my 100 pounds lost by May 17th, which has been my goal. I did say on my Instagram that I would go ahead and extend that goal to June 17th, which would be my 1-year anniversary or my 1-year surgery. I definitely still think that that is 100% doable, but hitting it by May, maybe not. We'll see, though. I would really, really love to. I'm not going to beat myself up over it if I don't, because I know what I'm eating, and I know that I'm not doing anything to intentionally sabotage myself. So it'll come off. I know it will. It's just a matter of when it will. And I don't really have a whole lot of actual updates for this video, but one thing that I actually did do was my 9-month appointment with my doctor. I had mentioned in the last video that I had canceled it because of the whole coronavirus thing. But I did go ahead and just do a phone call with him, like a teleconference thing. When I called, they said I could either do like a video conference or just a phone call. And I said that I was fine just doing a phone call. So that's what we did. And it was really short and sweet. I think the entire phone call was like 8 minutes long. But it was what it was. I think for me at this time, having that phone call and having all of this happen around like my 9-month time, like my 9-month post-op time frame worked really well. Because at 9 months at my surgeon, there's no class, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything by not going to the appointment. And like I said, the appointment was really, really quick. He did ask how much I weighed, and I told him exactly what I weighed that morning. I think it was 143 or something like that. And he was very impressed. He said that I was doing great. And we just chatted a little bit. And I did not think actually that I was going to have to do a blood draw at my 9-month appointment, but turns out typically if you go into the office, you do have to do a blood draw. I thought for whatever reason that you did not do one at 9 months, but he went ahead and looked at my last blood draw that I had done back in January, and all of my numbers were good. He asked me to make sure that I was still taking my vitamins, which I am very good about taking my daily vitamins. So he said that due to the circumstances, he was okay with me skipping the 9-month blood draw, but then I would definitely have to get them done again at my 1-year appointment, which hopefully most everything is going to be up and running by that time. And I do have a class at my 1-year appointment. Wait, did I say that right? I have to get my blood drawn at my next appointment, which is my 12-month appointment. I can't even remember if I said that correctly. Anyways, I do have to make sure in June that I will go ahead and get my blood drawn, which is fine. There is a class at that appointment as well. And as of right now, it is still scheduled. I am scheduled to go in, and I really hope that I don't have to cancel it. I would really like to see what they say at the 1-year appointment, because that is going to be my last monthly class, or my last like quarterly class for my gastric sleeve. It's going to be the last one. So I would love to go, and they might be having them through Zoom at the moment. So I guess if worst comes to worst, we can always do it that way. But I would prefer to go in, and like I said, I will definitely need to get some blood drawn at some point around that time as well. And another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on, and I don't think I've talked about this at all, is my posture. Now, because I've been so top heavy for so long, I have really, really bad posture, and I've always known that I've had really, really bad posture. But I think since losing weight, it's become even more obvious, at least to me. Maybe to nobody else it's more obvious, it's just the same, I don't know. But I definitely hunch, and like I'm kind of sitting like all hunched here in my car right now, but I'm always very hunched over, and I feel like I definitely have like a hump kind of here in the back. And I feel like I said it's so much more obvious now, and I definitely catch myself like slumping down even more, even though like my chest is a lot smaller, so I feel like I shouldn't be slumping down even more, but I still am. I guess it's just the way that my body was for so long. It's just kind of, you know, adapted to that position, even though I should be, you know, keeping my shoulders back a lot more. I'm just not. So I feel like because I am smaller now, it's just that much more obvious. And again, that could just all be in my head, but I do feel it's pretty obvious that I have very, very poor posture. So I was thinking about getting one of those like back strap things to kind of help pull my shoulders back to keep me more upright. If you've ever used one of those, let me know what you think about it. Do they help? Is it a gimmick? I don't know, but I am kind of curious. And maybe if I get one, I'll kind of like do like a time lapse, not a time lapse, but I'll kind of do like a video over like the course of a month to kind of see how I feel like it helps me. Would that be helpful for you guys? Like, you know, if you have poor posture too, I don't know, that might be kind of interesting. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I don't know that the poor posture thing really has anything specifically to do with the surgery. It's just because I have lost weight, it's more obvious. But yeah, I definitely wanted to hit on that. And I do have a couple, oh, this is not going to work so well. Hold on. Sorry about that, but I had a notebook that I wanted to look in because I can't have all my notes on my phone right now because I'm holding my phone. So I wanted to check my notes, make sure that I didn't forget anything. And I did want to touch on, I think, just one more thing, and that is the ability to eat more and the desire to eat more. So now, like I said, obviously I'm 10 months post-op. The restriction part of the surgery is still there, and hopefully will always still be there. But your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, does start to come back at some point. And I should say, once they remove your stomach, or the majority of your stomach, most of the ghrelin, the hormone, is removed from your body, but it does slowly start to come back. Hopefully not full force like it did before. But I do think that I'm noticing myself wanting to eat more. I have been strong and I have not done it, but I have noticed that maybe, well, I shouldn't say that I haven't done it. I have noticed that maybe I'll take a few more extra bites of dinner or a few extra carrots, you know, if I eat those with lunch or something like that. And I do, like I said, I am really, really trying to stay strong and not eat what and not overeat. I am still eating when I'm supposed to. So that for me at this point is not the issue. It's just wanting to eat a little bit more. And the time of the day that's really, really difficult for me, is the afternoon. And I actually just wrote about that on my Instagram today. It won't be today when you're actually seeing this, but, on my Instagram today, I did mention this as well. But the afternoon is really difficult for me. After I eat lunch, now we'll eat lunch anytime between like 11:15 and like 12:30. And the later I eat lunch, the better. But because I'm doing school with my son and we try to get most of it done before my husband has to start work in the afternoon, a lot of times we are eating a little bit earlier. But I would prefer to eat later, but you know, it's not happening right now. So from whatever time I finish lunch until like 2:15, I am constantly looking at my phone and just counting down the minutes until 2:15 when I allow myself to have my afternoon snack, which is always a Quest bar. And that is getting more difficult. I'm trying to find ways to keep myself occupied so I'm not constantly looking at my phone. I'm not constantly just counting down the minutes. Okay, like 5 more minutes or like eat 20 more minutes or whatever it is. I hate that I'm doing that, but I am. I really physically just can't help it. Like I so look forward to having my Quest bar in the middle of the afternoon. And I was thinking that maybe I want to add another snack in. I really, really don't want to do that. Like maybe at 1 o'clock, I'll have like a cheese stick or something. And then again at 2:15, I will have my Quest bar. I don't want to do that, but I think that would help, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try and hold off and not do that for as long as possible. But I think if I did add another snack in, that it would allow me to, you know, keep my mind off of the time for so long, because there would be a little bit, because I would be eating a little bit more. So I hope that makes sense. It's just, because I'm just not eating that much in general, I just feel like I just want to start snacking now. And I don't like that. So I'm trying to stay strong. And if you are in the same boat and you're struggling with that, I hope you can stay strong too. I think having that time frame of 2:15 is really, really helpful, because I say, if I maybe said, okay, I had my lunch a little bit early today, maybe I'll have my snack at like 1 o'clock. And then I would have my snack at 1 o'clock, and then that part of the afternoon would not be hard, but going from then when I have my snack to dinner would be hard, and I would want to have another snack, So I think making sure that I have my snack at exactly 2:15 or later. Sometimes it depends on what we're doing. I will have it a little bit later, but I have no earlier than 2:15. And that, like I said, is really, really helpful. And it does give me something to look forward to. It's sad that I really, really look forward to having a Quest bar every single day, but I really do. I think they're delicious and, kind of, breaks up my day a little bit, because every day is just the same at this point. And I do think once we start getting back to normal and I'm able to go out and do different things, I'm not stuck in the house all day, that it will go back to being easier. So I do kind of think the struggle is a little bit of a combination of me now being a little bit further out from surgery and quarantine. So I definitely think I can blame quarantine on this a little bit, just because we're so bored, we're doing nothing. It's just the same thing every single day, If I had a little bit more variety and I could go to the grocery store in the afternoon like I used to, and that definitely would keep me occupied, and I was never thinking about eating my snack at the grocery store. I mean, obviously I was buying snacks, but I was never needing to eat a snack and thinking about eating it until we got home, and I would never even get home until at least 2:15 or so. Well, no, that's not true. I think I would usually get home at like 1:30, and then I would put everything away, and by the time I got everything put away, got my daughter all situated, it would be right about time for me to eat the snack. So it would work out perfectly. It was no big deal having to wait. And of course I didn't go to the grocery store every day, but I did go and run other errands, and we could go and do other things, and just life was so much different 6 weeks ago. How weird is that, right? And we still can't get over how weird this whole situation is, but I think that's everything that I have to really update you guys on. Hopefully my hair wasn't too distracting. I know it's not great. And I do actually love filming in my car, because I can wear my glasses and there's no glare, or at least very minimal glare compared to when I film down in my basement with my big lights. I know there's a big glare. So hopefully it's okay that I'm still wearing my glasses and it's not too distracting now. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask them. I am definitely, as I always say, better about responding to them over on my Instagram, but you can leave me a comment down here as well. Please go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I post over there a whole lot. We've got a lot of positivity going on over on my Instagram. I'm really proud of how positive and uplifting I can keep it, and how positive and uplifting all of the comments are. I don't ever delete any of the comments on my Instagram. I have had quite a few people talk about how I look like Carol Baskins lately, which is kind of funny. And I've just kind of rolled with it. But it's my Instagram, I think, is really fun. I'm actually really proud of how I've kind of cultivated it, if you will. But go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well. I do try to upload as much as possible lately, just because we've been all home stuck in together. I haven't been able to upload quite as much, but I am always thinking about different video ideas and such. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.